mute that though real fast. Yep. Let's watch the brand new Unraveling's concept trailer. Oh my god, I'm excited. Been waiting for this one. I'm curious with Amnesia. Amnesia's always been a curious concept of how it works in Dead by Daylight. They've been good with their previous what do you call it? The other concepts that they've done. The Springtrap one was really good. It was good. Slenderman was really good. Mr. X is good. Alien good. Predator's good. Like they've done good jobs with this stuff, and they were gonna do the Plague Doctor from SCP, but you need license to do that stuff, so they couldn't do that unfortunately. Amnesia would be interesting to say this. I played through Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, and Rebirth. Those are the only Amnesia games I played through. I did play a little bit of the first one, which is what this monster. This monster is what they used. I never finished it because I got kind of bored of it. But I know that you can't really look at the creature because he makes you go insane, which is basically like all the creatures in Amnesia, or most of them anyway. Like you can't stay in the darkness for too long, or you start hallucinating and going crazy. So I know that, and I know this creature is one of them that you don't want to look at him. I don't think you want to look at him. I think he's one of those creatures. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's take a look at this, shall we, chat? The Amnesia Spotlight trailer from Unraveling's. See what happens. 3, 2, 1, boom. Rated M.
Welcome to Dead by Daylight.
It's Pixel Bush narrating it.
Return to the castle.
That's cool.
Pursued by yet another dark, ominous, and all-consuming.
That castle looks good.
The halls are familiar, the corridors vast and empty, but the shadow looms over all within with an unnatural intensity.
Man, this looks really
your heart
good.
races, sweat drips into your eyes, and your focus wanes. Now succumbing to the unknown once more, as you delve into madness within the story.
It's cool that Pixel Bush is narrating this. Well, there's the killer.
We return to that erected monument, Brennenburg Castle.
Brennenburg Castle.
This structure is layered with dark corridors. Growths of tendons and fleshy mass permeate through the great halls.
Yep.
Windows of coloured and layered glass, beautifully filtering the moonlight, and decorating parts of the floor in a shuttered dusting, allowing the cold
This is really,
chill
really
of the
good,
night
this
to
map.
whistle through these
I would love to play this. This would be awesome.
bookshelves, desks and cabinets, all full of an academic's supplies and desires, but nothing to fend off the monster that's within one's own mind.
Yep.
The new killer is the Gatherer.
The Gatherer.
A creature, twisted and malformed by cruel intent, resides in these vast and maze-like halls. It shambles, barely held together in constant torment and physical pain, able to lash out and unleash itself upon the tormented survivors in its path.
That's cool.
It would be hard
Like the
to
little
mistake
animation.
such a creature for any man, but one can't help but feel sympathy for a fleeting moment. The way its flesh sags, loosely stitched and held together,
Yeah, this creature's just
hand
gross,
crushed and made into violent, useless claws.
man. Yep.
They roam Brennenburg, nothing more than a byproduct of a man's pursuits.
Yep.
The
That's
Gatherer's
what that thing
power
does,
is unraveling sanity.
Unraveling sanity.
A creature that preys on the withering mind, the Gatherer's very presence
See if
tests
you
the
can't look at
comprehension
them,
of the
right?
mind and allows them to manifest a survivor's own fears and succumb to overwhelming odds that could prove nothing more than a brief scare or a violent shock to the heart. With this ability, the
that's
Gatherer
cool.
causes survivors being chased by itself or within its terror radius to lose their sanity over a period of time. Once their sanity decays completely, survivors begin to unravel. Their mind...
Wait. I'm gonna back it up a bit. What do you say again? So, you stay in a terror radius, it goes down? Is that what it is? I like this format though. So he's a jump scare killer. He's a hallucination. This is exactly what I think of, like, let's say Scarecrow got into the game from Batman. If Scarecrow got in, he could do something like this. He sprays you with his toxin, and you see hallucinations, and think like, oh, they're gonna chase you, but then you disappear. This is exactly what this creature does.
With this innate ability, the Gatherer causes survivors being chased by itself or within its terror radius to lose their sanity over a period of time. Once their sanity decays completely,
Okay.
survivors begin to unravel. their minds now vulnerable to another one of the Gatherer's unique torments.
Oh!
Survivors can attempt to counteract this by hiding themselves in lockers, immune to sanity decay
Oh,
there,
that's cool.
and slowly regaining their composure the longer they remain inside.
Oh, right, because you remain hidden, so your sanity is going to go down. Okay, yeah. I think that's how it works in Amnesia itself, right? Or at least this game. As I said, I never finished the game, but I think that's how it works. That's kind of cool. The lockers just drop your sanity down. So to keep it unique and not the same as Doctor, the old Doctor from the past, you don't stay outside the terror radius in order to lower your sanity. Or he doesn't stay in treatment mode, sorry. So, yeah, that's cool. I like that. Kept it different. I was thinking like it was going to be like old Doctor, but it's not. That's cool.
Core abilities by holding the power button and readying its wretched anatomy to perform horrifying acts. When ready, the Gatherer writhes and grunts, the pain it endures causing intense suffering, which can then be manifested with summon figments. By pressing the active ability button, the Gatherer summons 2 figments to appear within a short distance of each survivor, those creations immediately beginning to pursue the closest victim. Figments have their own smaller terror radius, and cause sanity decay just as the Gatherer does. Upon contact with a figment, the survivor screams and immediately has their maximum sanity reduced as a result. If this would cause a survivor to unravel, or if they are already unraveling, they are injured by the figment, their own fears manifesting into very real, dangerous harm.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be awesome.
When they become stunned or are light burned.
Okay.
Summoning figments has a long cooldown before it is usable again, once all figments in the trial fade away.
I have a feeling a lot of Survivor players, if this was a thing, they would absolutely hate this mechanic, honestly. Because knowing them, they would dread that. Because they wouldn't know where to go. I feel like this would be a whole night situation again, in some degree, anyway. You're being chased, and then one of those things pop up, and you think like, is it going to hurt me, is it not? Like, granted, you can touch it if you're not full, if your sanity is not completely decayed. But, yeah, I feel like that'd be another situation where there'd be a whole night situation again. But I think this one could be cooler, you know. This one would be more terrifying with night, or rather than night, because night you can tell when you have an idea when he's gonna throw a guard on you, you know. This is interesting because you don't know where these things will pop out from, so that could be cool. I would love to play against that. That'd be awesome.
Instead of summon figments, tapping the attack button while prepared will allow the Gatherer to stumble. A harmless stagger that allows the killer to push past survivors. While seemingly ineffective,
so it
allows the brutish grunt to cleverly strategize and position themselves to unleash their second attack, Thrash. By pressing the attack button again after using the stumble, or holding the attack button to perform Thrash without stumble, the Gatherer throws itself forward violently, swiping its arms wildly, everything in its path for a short distance, until it makes contact with the survivor or object.
Okay.
On impact, it begins thrashing around in place, wounding any other survivors nearby.
It's another Bubba tantrum.
Also rend the doors away, shattering them and leaving these hiding spaces useless to survivors.
Okay. So he can break lockers. He's got a tantrum like Leatherface. He's got a leap like Demogorgon. And then he has just a slashing mayhem once he jumps. That's cool. That's cool, actually. Now the question, I gotta see this again. This is the question. My question is, does he keep going when he hits someone? I don't know if he does.
From Thrash without stumble, the Gatherer throws itself forward violently, swiping its arms.
No, okay, he doesn't. He'll stop. Okay. Sounds about right. That's cool. I like that part. That's really cool.
Leaving these hiding spaces useless to survivors. If a survivor is in a locker broken this way, they are ejected out of it and immediately wounded by the attack as a result. The Gatherer comes with 3 new perks.
Some way, but okay.
The tune of madness rings through the
corridor. Or give them deep wound, maybe. I'm not sure.
Of stone, and you know it well, using horrific overture.
Horrific overture.
When a survivor would scream, all other survivors within a short distance of them expel their own fright, screaming as well like a contagious fear has invaded their minds. This perk has a short cooldown before being able to trigger again.
Isn't this just infectious fright, though? Wait, let me read this again. Isn't that just infectious?
Survivor would scream.
Wait, back it up a bit.
Well, using horrific overture. When a survivor would scream, all other survivors within a short distance of them expel their own fright, screaming as well.
Oh, okay. So the difference with this one, that isn't infectious. Infectious, they scream when they go. Well, infectious, they scream when they're down. Once they're down, if they're in the radius of that survivor that goes down, they will scream. This is when that survivor screams, no matter what. So if that survivor screams, anybody in the range of that survivor will also scream and reveal their location. Okay. So it's not just them going down, it's with anything. That could be really strong on Doctor, because that man makes you scream all the time. It can be good with Clown, it can be good with Freddy. What else is really good? Nurse has an add-on, makes you scream. Yeah, there's a few killers like Wesker as well. You scream sometimes when he grabs you. Not on his perspective, but on their perspective. They scream if they get grabbed. Yeah, okay. So I just had to clear that up. I thought that was infectious. It's not.
A contagious fear has invaded their minds. This perk has a short cooldown before being able to trigger again. A self-fulfilling engine made of terrible, horrific...
It does have a cooldown though, so I guess it's not going to be that strong, but still, it could be pretty good.
Perfection has formed in your grip.
That could be good for
with
Chase.
Scourge hook
Chase
to the
builds.
slaughter.
To the slaughter.
4 hooks in the trial become Scourge hooks, synergizing with other hooks of the same type. Whenever you sacrifice a survivor on one of these Scourge hooks, the auras of each survivor who only needs to be hooked once are revealed to you for a short time, allowing you to continue your cruel methods.
Okay, that's cool.
In addition, whenever you cause a survivor to enter the dying state, the hook nearest to you becomes a Scourge hook for a limited time, unless you place that survivor on that hook. Should you fail to, that hook reverts back to its normal state, leaving the machine hungering for more.
Huh. Wait, so if...
Time. Unless you dying state,
What do you say?
the hook nearest to you becomes a Scourge hook for a limited time, unless you place that survivor on that hook. Should you fail to, that hook reverts back to its normal state.
Okay, so that hook will not become... Well, so if you hook the survivor on that Scourge hook, it will not... It will go back to a normal hook. Okay, that's cool. That one can be a scary one for sure. Especially on like Blight or Hillbilly or Oni, because they're going to speed across the map. That could be terrifying. Like, you see, so it's Floods of Rage and Barbecue mixed for the final survivors that are hooked or on the death hook. So that could be pretty sketchy as hell. Maybe on Pyramid as well, actually, thinking about it. If they're caged, because you can still see the auras when they're caged, that could be scary. That could be really scary on Pyramid, because he could go for you, and you're not going to have endurance if you're in a cage, so can be pretty good on him. Yeah, no, that's kind of cool. Right.
Leaving the machine hungering for more.
So it wants you to hunt more.
Your
if you want to keep that
physique is
scared.
horrible and great. An abomination meant not for the eyes of man.
I would assume that one would have a count as well, because I assume you couldn't do it all the time. You know what I mean? Because then at that point, all your hooks could be scourged. I think they would have a counter with that one, but that's just my opinion. Maybe they won't, but yeah.
And nor the minds of the weak. And yet you persist, growing violent as they resist you with Outburst.
Outburst.
Whenever
That's a
you
cool
become
perk.
stunned
I
or
like that design.
blinded, gain a notable action speed increase when breaking drop pallets, walls, damaging generators, or vaulting. Your field of vision also
Nice.
expands. Your frenzied outburst demanding you to hunt down who are responsible, or better yet, someone to take it out on. The bonus lasts for a short period of time, giving you a burst of violence to wield wisely for a brief window.
Okay, I'd use that. That'd be a cool one. So you don't get enduring with that, so there's that. That's fine. But you get a speed increase for breaking pallets, gens, vaults, and breaking walls. It's pretty solid. I'd use that. I like using it for. I like using combat builds, so I'd dig that. I'd give it a try. Yeah, cooldown would be best. Yeah, I think a cooldown would have to. I think I would just have a counter like Pain Res. That's what I think. But maybe not.
with the soles of
Get a new
shoes
survivor.
scuffing the stonework of the castle beneath his feet. A familiar, uncertain man emerges from the dark, wielding an oil lantern. Here stands Daniel.
Daniel. Let's see you play as
Return to Brandenburg Castle. His memory.
I was about to say, if he spawns in with a lantern, that would be... I don't think anyone would play him if that's the case. Although if they make the lantern an item, that would be good.
Gone and near useless here, but with the primal fear of darkness, and what he's once seen before within it, invading his mind. This time, there would be no escape. Daniel comes with 3 new perks. You've seen the strange developments firsthand, and have made useful notes on survival against them with your adaptive observations. Once you've seen the killer's aura for a certain amount of time in the trial, this perk activates. While active, you are immune to the blindness and oblivious status effects, and any time you would see the killer's aura, that aura is revealed to you for slightly longer, rewarding your research methods.
Okay. So it's got the lethal effect with it, where it adds more seconds to seeing people, like a big with object obsession, and you're immune to the oblivious and blindness effect. It's not bad. That would make third seal useless completely, but I mean, that's solid. It's not bad.
Your quick thinking and need for survival has fueled your ability to
Is it
evade
boon?
danger with escape plan.
No, it's not. Escape
When
plan.
you are hiding in a locker, and for a brief period after emerging from it, your sounds of pain and breathing are completely silent, and you leave behind no pools of blood.
That would be
Patience
nice.
and careful action can be rushed
That'd
in
be good.
dangerous
That'd be good for head-on plays. That'd be a good one for that.
situations with Hideaway.
Hideaway.
After remaining crouched for a few seconds, your aura becomes impossible for the killer to see, shrouding your location in mystery. In addition, you are faster at performing slow vaults and non-rush hide actions, helping you to keep out of sight of the monsters that seek you out.
That could be solid for chase builds. So your slow vaults are, so if you're playing really stealthy, that could be good because you don't have the fast vault, and you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about carrying quick and quiet because your slow vaults will be faster. So you can have that extra perk slot if you want. That'd be interesting. That'd be cool. That'd be interesting. What was the other part? What was it? Your aura's hidden for the duration. Right?
Your aura becomes impossible for the killer to see,
Okay, so if you crouch for a few seconds, your aura is impossible to see. So you can basically just hide from a barbecue. Or like any aura perks. It's not bad. That's pretty solid. Solid one.
These corridors echo with pain and distress, the madness cascading into a beautiful song meant to lure the maddened and desperate deeper into Brandenburg. Insanity will follow you.
This
into
map
the
looks
safest
so
of
good.
places
I really want to
and
play
only
this map.
continue to pursue you in
Looks
the
so
darkest
cool.
corners of this world and every other, exploiting
Oh, the
every
painting.
possible
Ugh.
weakness shamelessly.
Changed.
Overcome these impossible hurdles with the newest chapter concept for Dead by Daylight.
Okay. That was pretty good. I really like the what's it called? The Gatherer. That was cool. New Survivor looks pretty interesting with the perks. Really good. The map's really cool. And Pixel Bush did a good job of narrating that. I said it was really good, chat. I think the best part of that though is probably the map. I think the map is the coolest design. Like these guys do a good job of making maps. What else? The killer looks really cool. That would be really cool to face, I think, for me. I would love to try playing against that. Playing as it would be cool as well. That'd be really cool. That was pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the Brandenburg Castle looks great. I would hope that'd be the map. If Amnesia ever got into Dead by Daylight, that'd be cool. And we got the menu. Cool. The Gatherer. He does look pretty gross. So that is added to the list of their roster. The 7th killer in Wraith Lynx's roster that they don't have. That is not in Dead by Daylight yet. Springtrap, Alien, X, Predator, Pennywise, Slenderman, and now the Gatherer. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty cool. Keep adding them licenses in there, Red Links. Keep an eye on them. We got the lore. How big is this lore? That's not that big. Should we read this yet? Let's read it. Pain and misery. A nightmarish sorry, I'm bad at words. A nightmarish physical form, and even worse, in function. The experience of being carelessly pieced together and torn apart left a strange, barely recognizable shape of a human, and one could call it that, if one could call it that. A twitch of the blackened claws, and the crushed mass of a hand sent a cascade of pain through the arm to the bones as they pushed against swollen, disgusting muscle. Leathery skin wrapped tight, stitched and repaired, making sure the torment of the form remained contained within his ungodly form. This ungodly form, not his. If such a creation could cry out for pain, if it could beg for mercy, to be put down and given an escape, it surely would. But all it could do is lash out, becoming a nightmare in the mind of the feeble, and becoming a bane to the strong and foil to the curious. These grunts, these creations, were in no way like any man. Man has a choice. They can change their lives. They can make compromises. I probably said that wrong, but whatever. And they can make their suffering end. This thing has no such choice, no such freedom. And the only remaining quality of man or imprint from man itself is suffering and torment. This very being, once bound to Brennenburg Castle, has come with it. In the realm of the entity, it manifests itself in a far more physical way. More lethal, more ruthless, and more distressed. A new tool and a new weapon to wield more directly be a force as cruel as the entity. Hoo-hoo. It's not bad. It's good lore. And I see the horrific overture here. So 12, 14 to 16 minutes. Okay. So 16 minutes max. I think effects is like 32. I think 32 meters. I don't even know. And reveal no case for 4 seconds. So the orb's revealed. Go. And it has a cooldown for 20 seconds. It's fine. Oh, that's the power. Let's see. When a survivor survives on a... Okay, yeah, so we see this. Next time they are hooked for 4 to 5 seconds. Yeah. So it stays up for 6 seconds. I think it's as long as Floods of Rage. That's fine. When it enters the dying state, the closest sacrificial hook then becomes a scourge hook. Excuse me. If the survivor isn't placed onto that scourge hook after 20 seconds, or is unhooked from it, the hook reverts to a sacrificial hook. Ah. If it's not placed onto that hook. Wait, if the survivor isn't placed onto that scourge hook after 20 seconds, or is unhooked from it, it reverts to a sacrificial hook. Oh, okay, so you unhook it reverts back, okay. Right, I must have got that wrong. Outburst. After being stunned blinded, you gain 10% action speed increase. Yeah, okay. Breaking pallets, breakable walls, damage units, vaulting, and your field of view. Oh yeah, your field of view increases. And that's slightly bigger, or that's 3 times lower. Or, yeah, it's, you know what I'm trying to say. It's less than Shadowborn. Shadowborn's 15, I think, whereas this one is just 12. So it's not that bad, I'd say. That could be interesting. Though I feel like that could make some people nausea, in a way. It's because the screen zooms, and then zooms back in. I feel like that could... I mean, it doesn't with monitor, but monitor's not big. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a view. It's like 8 meters. This is 12. And if it stacks with Shadowborn, that's going to feel awkward. But then again, people play with stretch res for so long, so I don't think it's going to really matter all that much. But yeah. That lasts for 20 seconds. It's not bad. The power, that's a lot. Okay. I don't know if I'll go through all this, but yeah. Well, we all saw it in the thing, so yeah. We know what it does. The sealed letter offering. Okay, so we got the offering. Sealed letter. Alright. Isn't that the... Isn't that an offering for Survivor as well? You got the sealed envelope. What's the one for solo? For yourself? I'm curious. Hold on. Give me a second, chat. I gotta look at this real fast. This is gonna drive me crazy if I don't look at it. Oh, okay. That one's called a sealed letter. This one in the game is called sealed envelope. Okay. So in actual DVD, it's called sealed envelope. Okay. I just wasn't too sure. That threw me off for a second. Yeah. So it's a sealed letter in this. In the game, it's a sealed envelope. Right, okay. Right, what? Yeah. What's next? We get the add-ons. I don't know if I'll go through the add-ons, but yeah. There we go, something. Yeah. Add-ons. The designs of these add-ons are pretty good. That face one, though, that one looks pretty creepy. That one right there. Hey, Superstar Bongos, what's up, man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Honestly, they seem pretty decent for what he's got. Actually, yeah, let me see his eerie add-ons again. Hold on. When Figments makes contact with a drop pallet or are stunned by a pallet, the pallet breaks instantly, so he gets a base kit Spirit Fury there. Okay. Fingers removed. Oh no, that's his hallucinations. I mean, that's his hallucination. Towards drop pallets within 6 meters within line of sight while seeking survivors. Creates one fewer figure. Okay, so you get one less. That's still pretty solid. Breaks pallets that are in the vicinity. That's pretty good. And while survivor has a certain amount of sanity out of their current sanity maximum, except from the following effects: 60% or less. Good skill check zones are reduced by 60%. That could be good. Excuse me. 40% or less. 15% repair and healing action speed penalty. Solid. 20% or less suffers from the exposed status effect. Okay. It's pretty solid. I wish we'd see them more. He might show it. I mean, oh, what is that? The Servant Brute. Ha! That's actually cool. Was that in the first Amnesia? I don't remember that thing. That's cool. I hope the lantern's an item. If it's an item, that'd be cool. It might not, though. Michael Afton, Danielle Ripley, Arnold. Yeah. Let's read his lore, shall we? His mouth tasted of dust, dried and itching at his throat in the darkness of the castle. Danielle, his mind wiped of the familiarity of the castle, only sees echoes of it, like brush strokes or stains of watercolor. Warping and reshaping what once was fresh in his mind. He could hear the distant scrapes and on old stone, the kick up of dust and discarded items on the floors of Brandenburg by creatures not himself. He had no reason to trust anything here, especially the strange shapes this castle took. His head throbbed with pain, a hand going to clutch his forehead as his other hand trembled. The lantern carried high in its squeaking as it swayed. A deep gurgle of noises. Nearly a hiss came over his shoulder. Immediately, he spun around and found nothing but darkness. Darkness of a hallway he had just traveled, turned into a new hallway. He turned again, and the formations around him changed. Noises rippling out from all sides towards him, driving him closer to madness. This would be the only familiar thing to him, as he would learn that he is no longer in a world of his own, or his mind's making. Something else entirely now, something nowhere near as familiar as those stains and paints that shaped vague suggestions of castle walls and corridors. Pure unit blackness of the dark approached, and Danielle remembered what it felt like to be terrified for the first time again. That's cool. I like that lore. That's cool. So I feel like Behavior's lore should be like this, but a lot of it is just like a whole story paragraph. This is like pretty like simple and not ultra long. So I like that. This is nice and simple. That's an activation. Yeah, okay. Yeah, activation remainder trial. Oh, it's for the remainder of the trial. Okay. Oh, so you have to see it for center. Oh, okay, I think I missed that part in the whole gameplay segment. So you need to see it for 24 seconds at tier 3, and it'll activate. Will activate immune to oblivious and blind stats effect. You need to see the killer's aura of OVERTU for an additional 2 seconds. That's, yeah, okay, that's not terrible. We're alright. Initial 5 seconds after exiting the lock, you're breathing, grunts pain. Oh, so you have to wait 5 extra seconds. Okay. This could either be really good against Spirit, potentially. However, though, yeah, I don't know. Like, it could be good against her, but I think in general this will be used for head-on builds. Because when you're injured, you do make a lot of characters are pretty loud in lockers. You can hear them clearly. So it is hard to pull off like head-on stuns. So yeah. Crush for 3 seconds, you're working up, you're seen by the killer. Yep. Your slow vault and unrush hiding action speeds are 20% faster. See that, as I said, that could be good. If you're playing stealthy, that could be good. Do you have any survive skins? You do. Tazi. Oh, it's yeah, Tazi from Rebirth. Ah, okay, that's cool. She was interesting. I wasn't like too invested in her character, but she was interesting. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, she looks good too. Oh, it actually changed the picture as well. Okay, very cool. Yeah, it's pretty solid. We're gonna get a teaser for the upcoming one as well. You have another one coming? Nope, no teaser. Damn. Oh well. That was good. That was good. Honestly, that was really good. I think I would rank that out of his previous ones. Let's look at his menu here. Let's see. So to gather out of all these ones, let's see, he's got 70. I'd put this for like if I were to make these a rank from worst to best, I'd probably put him at number 5. I think number 5. Yeah, I'll go with number 5. Like if he were to say, I don't know, let's think how he would do in actual DBD. So let's say MMR. How would he do in high MMR? Could he do good? Potentially. Those hallucinations could do some stuff, but I don't know. It's hard to think what this killer could do. Because Slender, we saw Slender. He seemed like he could do it. It seems like Slenderman could be pretty solid in high MMR. Same with Pennywise. But I don't know about the Gatherer. I think he'd be mid tier, maybe. He'd be like another Knight. I think he'd be on the same tier as Knight. That's just my opinion though. Yeah, no, right, links. Good concept. That was really good. Props to you guys. You guys do really good jobs all the time on that. Good jobs.